So are home prices still holding strong here in Canyon Country, or are we seeing a market shift? But that's the big question I'm answering here today. So if you've been thinking about buying or selling in the 91351 or the 91387 of Canyon Country, you're going to want to listen to this information about what's happening right now in today's market. So I'm Tami Cicerello. I'm with the Cicerello Team at RE/MAX of Santa Clarita, and I am going over everything that's happened year to date. So all of Q1 for 2025, all the comps for the 91351 and 91387 area. So let's start with the headline. Canyon Country is still moving. So we're seeing strong demand, especially in certain price points, but it's definitely a price-sensitive market. So buyers have limits. They're being careful. So sellers that are pricing smart are winning big. So let's break it down. So based on the MLS data from January through March of 2025, the most active markets in Canyon Country is the $600,000 to $800,000 price point. There were actually 42 closed sales in the entire first quarter in that price point. So what does this tell us? That this is where the majority of the buyers are buying. This is the sweet spot in Canyon Country. So these are typically 3 to 4 bedroom, single family homes, condos, and townhomes that are around 1,000 to 2,000 square feet, and many of them are updated and move-in ready. So homes priced in this range are selling fast. We're talking about 1 to 2 weeks on the market, and in some cases they're even getting multiple offers. Most of them are getting strong terms. And the key to this is all about being realistically priced. Now, the second hottest segment in Canyon Country are homes under $600,000. We had 39 sales of homes under $600,000 in Canyon Country the first quarter of the year. Now, most of these were condos and townhomes. But this price point is so attractive to first-time buyers, downsizers, and investors. In this price range, the inventory is tight. So buyers need to be prepared. They need to be pre-approved, be ready to make quick decisions. And in this price range, inventory is tight. So buyers need to be pre-approved, have all their financing in order, and be ready to act quickly. Now, what about higher end homes? So homes between $800,000 and $1 million are still moving. There were actually 25 sales in Canyon Country in that price point. But what about those homes that are over $1 million in Canyon Country? Well, that's the slowest moving market. What we saw is those homes between $1 million and 1.2, there were actually 5 closed escrows in the first quarter of the year. And 1.2 and up, there were an additional 5 closings. So 10 closings over $1 million in the Canyon Country area, the first quarter. So buyers at that price point in Canyon Country, they are looking for larger lots, upgraded features, premium locations, views, pools, custom upgrades, the works. So if a home doesn't offer those things, it's going to sit longer. Overall, we're seeing pricing stability in Canyon Country. We're not seeing the market skyrocketing, but we are seeing a very stable market, especially with the low inventory. But remember, higher interest rates are a real factor. Most buyers are qualifying based on their monthly payments. They're budget conscious, and they're not willing to overpay unless there's something really special about the house. That's why pricing strategy is so important today. Homes that come on the market priced right from the start, are selling quickly, and often for full price or more. So homes that come out too high, they sit. They end up reducing their prices, and in a lot of cases, they end up selling their home for less than they would have if they would have just priced their home properly from the get-go. I tell my sellers all the time, we don't want to chase the market down. We want to lead the market. And that means pricing smart, presenting the home beautifully, and letting the market create demand. So if you're a buyer, there's some great opportunities in Canyon Country, but you need to be prepared. You need to have your pre-approval done. You need to know your numbers. You need to be willing to move quickly, and you need to have an agent that knows the Santa Clarita Valley area and specializes in it, so they know the ins and outs of the neighborhoods. So all right, let's talk about what this means if you're thinking about selling. This is still a fantastic market for sellers, especially if your home is in good condition, shows well, and is priced right. So we've got strong demand, we've got low inventory, and we have serious buyers. But the key is strategy. Marketing matters, presentation matters, and pricing matters. So if you're just curious about what your home is worth, or you're a buyer and you're thinking about making a move, feel free to reach out. Let's chat. So I'm Tami Cicerello, the Cicerello Team at RE/MAX of Santa Clarita, and I hope you got some valuable information from this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We post information all the time about the market, about real estate, and even just about Santa Clarita Valley as a whole. So make sure you subscribe to our channel so you'll be notified every time that we post a new video.